So, I think that the perplexing thing here, and I really don't know what the right answer is. I know that if I were taking a test, the answer is you prosecute whatever prosecutors think that they can prosecute, and the best you can do is special prosecutors. But they don't seem to be getting us to a better place. And it does seem, I feel the same way about targeting Hunter Biden. I don't like the payments to the Biden family. I think Biden should get in front of those questions and explain why so many members of his family got money from foreign entities. It smells terribly. But the idea of it being investigated by Congress and then referred to a special counsel, it's like all they do is prosecute each other now because it's easier than selling policy ideas and getting things done to the American people. But you have to investigate wrongdoing. So I don't know what we're supposed to do, but I see the trend, and this is all they'll do because it's easier, Geraldo. If I want to beat you in a race, you're a better reporter. You got better hair. People like you more. I have to find dirt on you. I will never beat you straight up. I don't have better ideas. I'm not better at the job, but I'm going to have to find that you beat somebody up in 1977 and they're still upset about it. That's what works for these guys now. And I don't know how we get out of it.
I think that one thing you could do right now, here's the Geraldo reform. No more special prosecutors. There's never been a special prosecutor that did not become ultimately self-serving. They get their staff, so they bring in all of their old cronies. The staff comes in. Now they have a vested interest in keeping their job. Look at the Mueller Commission. Why did that thing go on and on and on? And it misled people. It let people believe that Trump was, speaking Russian in secret in bathroom conversations. It was absurd how far down that road they took the nation for 2.5 years. Why? I think half the reason is that it was their job. They had a great job, a great gig. They could put it in moral language, flowery. I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to save the nation. And what was that thing for 3 years? And I think that Jack Smith, he looks the part. He's a great, I love the chiseled face and the stern look and never goes at press. This guy could be in a sitcom or one of those TV dramas, one of those streaming dramas on Netflix. The Jack Smith
He's at a central
show.
casting.
But
then what do we do?
Yeah,
Special counsels were supposed to be the antidote to partisan investigations. It seems to me the only time I've seen anything investigated in a way that was credible and not assailed for its slant was the 9/11 Commission. But what are you supposed to do? Just let the people decide and just make these all political arguments? That's when I came into the business. After I went through the Geraldo School of Television. I was doing legal analysis at Fox. And I said, with the Clinton situation with Lewinsky, as soon as you made it a legal proposition, you will never get a straight answer out of Clinton again because his lawyers won't let you have one. And as soon as you made it legal, now there's too big a consequence to telling the truth. You should have just left it political and gone after him, seen how he handled it, and let the people decide. Should we go back to that?
I think yes is my conditional answer. When you hear my argument, I remember Ken Starr lamenting how I was after him every single night on my old Rivera Live show. How did I go after him? By ridiculing him for prosecuting Bill Clinton for getting oral sex in the Oval Office and, things that all of these, not all, I expand on things, but that a lot of people do in their own crazy private lives. They took a private matter and they made it a huge public event, and wrongfully so. In the case of Donald Trump, you had this extraordinary circumstance. You had the pandemic that disrupted all of American life, including the election. You had the rush to mail-in ballots, and you have a real, and it's because of Republican propaganda, you have a real cancerous kind of distrust it's seeped into those people south of me into their lives, where it's become part of the reality that here's Trump and he's the good guy, and he represents me, and he understands the ordinary person. He's not going to let all those people, put transgender people in sports and all these other stuff. Everything becomes everything, and now you have a situation where I fear it's gone too far. That's why the only hope is that there's the pardoning process.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.